The Golden Gate Bridge is 1.7 miles long, and I'm training for a marathon but absolutely hate doing tempo runs. So, in order to try to make tempo runs a little bit more interesting, I wanted to see how fast I can run across the Golden Gate Bridge. So, the first thing I noticed when I was running up the first part of the bridge was definitely uphill. Technically, the main span of the bridge, the section between the towers, is suspended from cables that allow for a curve called a hyperbola. Don't mean to make this a math lesson, but it is what it is. I haven't really tested my mile time for over at least 5 years, so I was curious to see what I could do. I warmed up and stretched for maybe like 5 minutes max and then just hit the bridge. I started out pretty decent, but I had no idea how I should pace the run, so I was just winging it. There were multiple factors that I didn't really take into account for this time goal. It was uphill, windy, tourists everywhere, and these towers that you really had to run around, so I couldn't really run in a straight line. Since I was filming by myself, I was carrying a selfie stick with my camera and phone, and I couldn't really tell how fast I was going or how far I had left. To give you a little bit of context, my fastest ever mile time was 6:01 my freshman year of high school, a little over 10 years ago. I was also 40 pounds lighter, but that's besides the point. To run the Golden Gate Bridge in under 10 minutes, that would mean that I would need to average a pace of 5:53 per mile. Now, if my fastest mile time from 10 years ago was 6:01, why would I think I could beat that pace for a little under 2 miles? Delusion! And also for the fact that I've been running consistently and more than I ever have before, so maybe there's a chance. As I saw Marin County on the other side, I knew that I was close, so I really just pushed towards the end, and it was one of those times where you can barely breathe and you start tasting a little bit of blood or something that's not normal. Here was my little post-game interview.
Final time, 10 minutes flat. Average pace, 6:54. I'm so out of shape. Hope y'all enjoyed that. It was kind of tough to film because there's so many people. And also, there's like these little columns that you have to run around. But overall, pretty happy with my performance. It's been a while since I had to be in zone 4 or zone 5. I have a snotty nose.